Here's integrated 3. This is problem 9-15, letter B. There's another video in the Google Classroom for you that I'm pretty sure covers letter A. So in letter B, we don't have an equation and we want to know how high the ball went. But if you spend some time looking at this table, you'll see that the vertex was somewhere in between 60 and 180. And if you go ahead and just like kind of like here's the table. If you go ahead and just plot some of the points, you'll see that well, I mean, I didn't know the 240 before I started, and that's how I got the 120. But I just started plotting like the points that I had, and then you'll see that you can kind of like break it up into even increments, and then we know that the parabolas are symmetric about the vertex. So I got this far, and I had a suspicion that whatever this high point is, oh, and by the way, this was 240, made 0. See, like, well, how did I even get all this? So from 0 to 20, we got 5.5, but we got this other 5.5 here. And so we know there's a symmetry, and that's how I knew right here that it's going to have to be an increment of 20, because this went from 0 to 20, and this is, the difference between these is also 20, and it has to be that way because of the symmetry of the parabola. And just like this is like from 20 to 60, that would be 40, right? And isn't that the same over here? 80. Yeah, that's 40, right? And then in between these two guys is is 120. So that's how I knew that was the middle, because right exactly in between these two guys is 120. So I did all this, and then I started to do, I was going to just do like a system of equations, and you know, because I could say y equals a times x minus h plus k. The problem is we don't know k. We know h. We don't know a or k. So I would have had to do, and I did start doing it, but it got very messy. And when I looked in the homework help, it didn't give me any equation. It never, and the answer, it's not giving you the equation. So I feel like all that work and you've never been taught how to do curve fitting that I know of. So what the homework help said to do was to graph it. So I actually went ahead and graphed it on Desmos, and I just took a picture. I graphed it using the computer, and I was too lazy to type it in on my app on my phone, so I'm just going to show you the picture. Sorry, you just sure can't see it, can you? So basically, I opened a table. I'm sorry, I know that you can't see it. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. I opened a table and I put the ordered pairs in. And then there's a way to do curve fitting in Desmos, and since you can't read what this, oh, maybe you can. You can't really read what this says anyway. What if I push autofocus? Oh, okay, you can read what it says. So the way to do like a regression model, like remember when you used to do line of best fit? The regression model for a parabola, because we know it's a parabola, is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. That's standard form. And if you use this little tilde thing, you can look on your keyboard for it. Mine is on the upper left. I have to push shift, and it's the upper left where my number keys are. Anyway, if you can get that little tilde, and then you have to type y1s and x1s in there, and it will actually put the graph in that belongs with the points on your table. Because my table, I know you can't really see this, but on my table I've got x1, y1, and so this grabs those points and it goes through it and it models it. And you're going to have to trust me. If I click on that point right there, it tells me that the y value is 18. So that's how I know that this graph, I can't even remember what the situation was. David's brother Dwayne, his ball went 18 feet high. I know that because of the regression model that I did on Desmos. I do think we're going to have a curve fitting lesson at some point that has to do with parabolas, but I'm not sure how the book thought you were going to figure this out. But that is why I'm able to say, because I put the table into Desmos and got the regression model and found that the vertex was at 18, that's how I can answer this question, that Dwayne's ball went higher and Dwayne's ball went higher. That's all I got.